Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard, Black in the Philippines with the truth. You know, it's uh, living like a king is exactly doing that, living like a king. You gotta excuse me, I'm having my breakfast now. Yeah, consists of grits, steak, see how it tastes, see how she made it. Toast and eggs and milk. You know, a little gamey in there. This is the time I usually catch up on some other video bloggers and see what they're doing. And right now I'm watching this one blogger. Her name is Filipina Pea.
The Filipina Pea here. And a few videos ago, I took to the streets to interview foreign guys about what they were looking for in a Filipina. And a lot of you asked me to do the reverse. And
you know, it's funny because I know I did a post once where I wrote all these questions about what you should ask before marrying a Filipina. Good morning, Raphael. How are you? Did you dream? No. No dream? You have school today?
Yes.
Okay, go eat your breakfast and I'll see you before you go to school.
Okay.
And I wrote these questionnaires about questions that you should ask your Filipina before you get involved with them, because once you know, you try to get to know as much as you can from the beginning, so this way you know what to expect. And it's almost like she's asking my identical questions. I can't say that I got any, copyrights on them. Michael Chris, come here, Michael Chris. What are you don't want to say hello?
Good morning, Daddy.
Good morning, how are you?
Good.
Did you sleep good?
Yes.
Are you have school today?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You guys get ready, do your chores, and then eat breakfast, okay? That's right, they have chores. But she was asking the identical questions. You're like, one main one is, if you were marrying a foreigner, would you expect them to take care of your family? Let me try it again. This is beef, but sometimes well, but anyway, and the girl asked her, how much do you think you should give the family for, for allowance? And her answer was, $20, which is 1,000 pesos.
if you married a foreigner, would you expect your partner to support your family?
Yeah, I do expect that one. That is our culture.
Okay, so if you expect him to support your family, how much do you think your family needs?
Oh my gosh, do I really need to answer that?
Well, just guess, estimate.
A net? Wow.
Yeah, net.
Oh my. Let's just say $20.
$20?
Yes.
$20 a month?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not bad. That's just about 1,000 pesos.
Yeah. That's fine. $20 is fine.
Okay, $20. Well, I think it's a good deal.
And pretty piece, Filipina pizza. What? $20? That's only like 1,000 pesos. But if she would be happy, if she would be happy giving that foreigners, for a foreigner to give her family 20 pesos a month, then that should tell you the object poverty that she lived in, you know, or in my thoughts, because if you would be happy, but then again, you don't know how many's in a family, but it doesn't matter how many's in a family, 1,000 pesos is not a whole hell of a lot of money. But anyway, it was funny watching her ask the same questions, or asking them questions about what to expect by marrying a foreigner. You know, I know someone who's been trying a long time to get this girl. In spite of her giving him, you know, a little airway, a little enticement, nothing physical, mind you. Just let him know that you could have the chance in a perfect world. So anyway, so what happened was that finally, and he's been stopping by, seeing this girl for at least about 2 or 3 years. So finally, he stopped by. She said, yeah, come by her house. So he went by her house, and when she went by his house, she said, this is my boyfriend. And he was like, what? What? All this time, you've been leading me on, and you did not tell me you had a boyfriend? He was like, well, he was like, blown. I mean, he was crushed. He was wounded. All the time, investment that he put in getting next to this girl, come to find out that she had a boyfriend. But that's not the funniest part. The most funniest part is that he was married. I said to him, how in the hell can you be mad at her finding out that she has a boyfriend when you're married? It's just a crazy thing. I was watching this other blogger, and he was telling some horror stories about, foreigners getting robbed in the Philippines, like that. Not only from Filipinos, but from foreigners too as well. And you might hear a story of that from time to time. How there was a foreigner who came, who said that he was this, he was that, worked for the CIA. Oh yeah, we have them here too. He does all this investment, and he needs this much of that. And some people kicked in and gave him money, and only come to find out that he was lying, and he disappeared. So you find that you occasionally foreigner who also scam other foreigners here too as well. I think one of the biggest scams is like going to business with someone in a restaurant business. There's a lot of that going on here. But on a small scale, I got robbed. I went to an outdoor cockfight. And I was sitting down, sitting at the table with a couple of girls and like this, I'm watching it from what I can see, and bet when I could or whatever. But there was a group of kids, small kids, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. Not very older than, not much older. S.G.I.B, I don't want to see you. Not much older than that. And so there was one kid, I had four diamonds in my ear, and now I'm down to one. But this one kid, he stood on the side of me and just kept, looking at my earring, like this, and I'm thinking, go ahead, you little motherfucker. I know you ain't never seen no shit like that. Yeah, look at them diamonds. Look at them diamonds in their ear. And so like that. So I was like, yeah, go ahead, yeah, it's okay. You can look at them. Don't they bling bling nice? When I got home and I looked in the mirror, I noticed one diamond. The prongs were bent and the stone was gone. I said, oh. That little motherfucker took my diamond. I was like, man. I said, oh, well. I said, I'm glad it was a kid than a woman. but that's been like the only time, I've gotten ripped off with vehicles, cars, that's where I lost the most amount of money. Getting vehicles, being told nothing's wrong with them, and there was. Being told that there was a little something wrong with them, and there was a lot, so that's why I lost the most amount of money, so it was, buying vehicles or trying to make a vehicle that wasn't going to run better, so that's where I've had a problem. But anyway, other than that, I just got through having a family over this weekend. I hope you saw from the last video. It was very nice. It's always good. It's always good having them over. It's always fun. Being surrounded by love. And that's what I'm here in the Philippines experiencing. I'm experiencing love. My family used to, at one point in time, used to have that get together card game, and everybody brings something, like this, But speaking of which, we happen to be talking about, what do they do in my country. Well, in my country, they have from time to time what they call potluck dinners. Where everybody brings a dish, everybody brings a pot, something like that. And so, and it's a family function, certain members of the family are designated or expected to bring certain dishes because they make them so nice. So one dish that like only, I'm sure you heard comedians talk about only some dishes. No. If that's not Aunt so-and-so's potato salad, throw it in the garbage. Or if that's not Aunt so-and-so macaroni salad, throw that shit in the garbage. Someone else's, because it's not as good as this.
Because the next thing I'm about to say, because you just can't eat everybody potato salad.
And so, that was kind of thing that we were talking about. And, although they have the same dishes here titled as the same dishes there, they are slightly different. Oftentimes, they use a lot of, fruit cocktail, and coconut milk. And it makes it a lot sweeter than what it ordinarily would be. Like, potato salad is not sweet. Macaroni salad is not sweet. But here in the Philippines, it is, because it's how they make it. And so anyway, we were conversating about that. So anyway, it was good having family over to come and hang out with my nieces and girlfriends and what have you, and with my wife and her family come. We did get the washing machine fixed. We tried it yesterday, and the hose blew out the back of it. But yesterday I went and got a gasket and put it on there. But anyway, so I just want to throw this little something in there just to let you know that, I'm still shaking and baking. And so I'm going to stop right here. My breakfast's getting a little cold. And the king hates. That's something else too. Listen, if you're a foreigner, you know what it is to have a hot meal. You know, come on in there and have a hot meal. You know, like this, have a hot meal. Well, here in the Philippines, they don't know anything about having a hot meal. It's just a meal. So sometimes when Mia makes dinner or somebody, first thing I do is I stick my finger in it and go and look at her. I said, "This is not hot." You know, well, it was hot. I said, "Well, you have to balance it, whereas that you can, make it hot, all hot, because if it's not hot, it's not, it's not good in my mind. Don't put butter on it before, because I like to see it melt. I like to see that happening on my food. So often the time, for a long time we kind of went through that thing of being hot or not hot enough. But now, by the grace of God, we got it kind of under control. So it's gotten a lot better. So I'm very, very pleased for that. But anyway, you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see a vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good and eat good. And if you're lucky to have a woman like Ali Wilson, former lead singer of The Temptation, once sung, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. And remember, I'll always love you more. Here's looking at you, sweetheart. I used to think that was always cute with Mia drunk milk. She always had a mustache. I'll talk to you later. Peace. I just got to finish playing tennis. And I'm going to throw this little something in here because I'll probably be the only person you'll hear this about. There's another part of the Filipino culture that you may be unaware about. For instance, I knew this girl. She was a girlfriend of a friend of mine. And she worked in the store. Not only did she work in the store, she slept in the store. She would go home maybe once a week, which was close by, but her main purpose was to stay in that store. And come to find out that the reason she was working so hard in that store is because she was working off a family debt. The family had owed this family money. So rather than paying them the money, they gave them her daughter to work in the store. She had a child, work in the store to pay off the debt. So it's not uncommon, I guess, to find situations like that where girls are locked into situations where they're working to pay off a family debt. Now, there are some Filipinas who aren't allowed to have children, who aren't allowed to have boyfriends, who aren't allowed to have a life of their own. Why? Because they have an employer that provides everything for her, what she needs. And the main criteria is for her to be devoted to her 101%. She's not able to have a social life. And it almost looks like it stunted her development as a woman. She's in her late 30s, but you couldn't tell it because, she's very attractive. To me, she's very attractive. But has never had a boyfriend, never been in a relationship, and totally devoted to this professional. And is it sad? I don't know. She travels the world with her. Wherever she goes, takes her with her. She's seeing the world. She is there waiting on them hand and foot. So I just want to throw that out there, that it's not something that you're not going to hear a lot of people talk about. But the Filipino culture is one that practice those type of relationships amongst themselves. And let me give you a situation where an arrangement like this went horribly wrong. Just recently I read in the P.B.G news that there was a farmer whose head was cut off by a guy who had been taking care of his ox for 12 years. For 12 years, did not pay him only but 2,000 pesos in those whole 2 years for taking care of his ox. And I guess, he got to the point where is that he just exploded and decapitated the owner. So that's a situation where, when you're working for and a situation like that can go horribly wrong. This is Gerard, Black in the Philippines. I hope you enjoyed this and now this. I had someone I was going to put on here, but, he disappeared. He's, I call him my son. I will put him on there, You'll meet him one day. I'll talk to you later. Peace. And since this is the end of the day, we'll show you. This is Raphael. Hello, Raphael.
Hello.
Hello, Michael Chris. We got to go over your homework, right?
Yes.
Or your school day, huh? So, what did Daddy bring home for you today?
Puppy.
Where's the puppy?
Here.
Oh, that's the puppy. So we got a new puppy, a new addition to the family. Helen wants to snatch it away, but you can see this is move your ass, Okimi. This is the new puppy that we have in the family. This is a baby from the dog that we once had. It was we called the ugly dog, but this is it. Helen wants to grab it and run away with it like it's a rat. And Michael, Chris, and Raphael are working on a name to give her, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll wait for that.